Hey you guys, so I thought I'd make a video today. Just talking about the lovely Uber job that I have. So, I want to tell y'all a story about the craziest Uber ride I've ever had. So, I work in St. Louis, Missouri, and I was picking up this lady and this guy from a bar. And it was just my usual Uber trip. I thought nothing of it. She got in the front and he was in the back. And she asked me, she's like, do you have any sex songs? I'm like, what? I was like, what? So at that point in time, I was like, what the hell did I just get in my car? But from that point, I was like, Blair, you gotta tough this out. That's how you make money. You gotta tough it out. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, can you play some for us? I was like, I really don't want to. I was like, I really don't want to. And she's like, well, you're my Uber driver. You're supposed to do what we want. I was like, okay, Jesus put me on this earth. God put me on this earth to tough out the hard days. And this is one of the hard days. And it was a hard experience. So I toughed it out. I was like, yeah, I'll play you some music. So I put on some music. And she looked at me like this and she said, we're going to get dirty when we get home. I was like, what? I was like, I'm your Uber driver. I'm not your friend. You don't need to be telling me that you're going to get dirty when you get home. I really don't care. And so I was just driving down the road. Next thing you know, this bitch is crawling in the back seat. Like right through this little tiny freaking area. This area. Right here. She was crawling into the back seat with this dude back there. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, God bless my soul. I don't have the patience for these people tonight. So, with that going on, she started to try to take off his shirt. And I was like, lady, I respect the fact that I'm driving you home. And I played you some dirty music, even though I didn't want to. And she was like all sitting on top of him, trying to take off his clothes. I was like, ma'am, I'm your Uber driver, not your sex valet. And she looked up at me and she's like, you're taking us home. We're just getting started right here. The silence. The silence killed my... I was silent for the rest of the ride. And then she tried taking off her clothes and she was sitting on top of him. I was like, lady, I'm a 5-year-old that sits in the back of that car. Please do not do your dirty in my car and get your juices all over the back of my car. Like, for real, for real. Shit's gross. I don't want your juices or his juices or bodily fluids on my back seat to where I have to clean it up. I am your Uber driver to take you from point A to point B. But that does not include you getting dirty in the back of my car. And she is continuing to try to get the dirty done in the back of my car. And let me remind you, these people are drunk as shit. And then in the song, I don't know what song I played, but I played a song and it says something really dirty. And she's like, you better do that to me when we get home. I was like, damn, this bitch is on it tonight. Excuse my language, but man, I am not a sex valet. I am an Uber driver. I do not want you getting dirty in the back of my car out of respect for my child. And the other children that I Uber with their parents don't want juices in the back of my car. Like, come on, man. Have some brains. Like, I Uber hundreds of people. But that is by far the craziest Uber I've ever had. And that was in the first month. and I'm only on month 4. I don't even know how much more crazy it's gonna get. Like, Lord, help me get through this. Like, as you can see, I'm sitting in my car waiting for an Uber because right now it's dead. And this is just Friday. It's just the start of my day. I have like 13 more hours to go. No, wait. I have a long time. I work till 2 o'clock in the morning. That's a long time. But I just wanted to tell you the story of the lady who tried getting it on in the back of my car with this dude. And this dude was just sitting there, like, he just kept looking at me, and I kept looking in my rearview mirror, like, if I get pulled over, I'm going to jail. Because I'm letting 2 people try to do the dirty in the back of my car while I'm driving. Which I was not allowing it, but she would not listen. And whenever they got out of my car, it was like, it's done and it's over with. But that's the story I wanted to tell you guys. Have a good day.